All right, folks, I'll give you a quick rundown. I'm going to use my camera phone. My other camera is not charged. So designing this cage, the whole idea was to try and take the best ideas that I could find from everybody. Choke feeders, water nipples, and just cages that were fairly small with the roofs fairly low so that they don't break their neck jumping up. So far, it's been pretty successful. So you saw the main pictures, but I'll give you some close-ups. I'm just using 2x4s for legs. Nothing special there. My bottom set, I don't have the lights on because I don't have Quail in there right now. So the egg rail, I have like a micro tubing over the top of it so I don't cut my fingers on it. I put that around the doors as well. And then I'm using the spring latches for the doors themselves. Inside the cages, if the camera will dim down here, I have a 30-watt bulb inside a mason jar. It's cut out into the wall where it shares with the other side, with the other cage. So I only have 2 lights per level, and the birds share from that, share the light. I keep that on 20 hours a day. The tray, I just have them set up on little stands across the way. They're free floating, and I pull those out twice a week, take them out to the side yard and dump all the droppings off. On the side I have the water, and you can see the water runs through. There's a groove cut into each wall. This is where I was saying my carpentry is pretty cruddy, but that runs all the way down, and I'll show you how that's connected. So the water runs along the top pipe through all the nipples there to where they can get some water, and then you'll notice that it's high up here, so it has a little bit of pressure to keep it from leaking. Then it drops down onto the second level and goes across, and I don't have the third and fourth level completed, again, because I don't have Quail for them. On the back side, I've got the little troughs cut in for the feeders, the choke feeders. They just pop their heads through and grab the stuff. They spray a little bit out if I stack it too deep, but it's pretty clean. I don't lose a lot of feed. So, all right, so let me take you around to the other side. And it has the capacity to hold up to 80 quail. I actually keep, in each cage, I keep 1 male and 4 females. And seem to be doing pretty good with that. I'm getting about an egg per female per day. So on the other side here, you can see the this is the entry pipe coming in. I have it to where I can shut it off because I share this water system with multiple different projects that I'm working. And it's the same thing. The water goes in this top end, goes down the other end, drops the second level, comes back, and right now I have it from the second level back into the bucket. So the bucket is in this cabinet. This cabinet is completely sealed off with 1-inch foam insulation. I have 3 levels on it. On my bottom level, I have a heater with a thermostat that keeps the bottom level at about 90 degrees, and the water bucket that feeds the pipes. I have to fill it about twice a week. As I expect, as it gets hotter, it's going to be more than that, but it's actually part of a fodder system, and the hope is eventually, well, not a hope, eventually I'm going to have this plumbed into the water in my house where I can fill it a lot quicker and drain it. And then I keep dubia cockroaches for protein. They're ready to be moved into a bigger container, but they need the high heat and high humidity, so they fit on this bottom level. This drain pipe, it's not completed. I've used it, but I was using a larger tub for it. But this drain pipe here is coming off of a fodder system that's also self-circulating. Let me put this wall back on. Take it up to the next level. Next level up is where I have the fodder system. And see if I can plug in one of these so you can see. I have troughs, or not troughs, but bins on the top level, and there's hoses. Let's see if I can plug this in here. Sorry to make you dizzy. I'll plug in one of the lights so we have some visual. All right, so each one has a grow light along the top. There's 3 grow lights. The first 3 days, the barley is put into these bottom buckets and soaks. The water runs from the top, drains down through. It's actually a drain in the back that spills out into this, and then it drains down into the bucket. And all of them are connected in such a way there's no leakage, of course. So the first 3 days are in the dark until it sprouts, and it comes up to the grow lights for the final 3 days. I'm not using it right now because it produces way more fodder than I could possibly use with 30 quail. So, all right, that's the middle level. Top level is where I put currently is mealworms. I have a fan system that keeps the heat circulating down through all 3 levels. I have mealworms, darkling beetles up here, and then a couple of hydroponic bean plants that I just planted tonight. I used to do this actually a lot out there in Kansas, and works really well. So that's my setup. Now you've seen it all, minus small improvements that I'm going to get put in place here come spring, but I'll wait till I've tried them out to give you any info on that. And that's my setup, but it's all run through the same watering system. So when I'm running the fodder, I can grow the fodder, I can grow the beans, and the protein inside the cabinet for the birds, and then of course the watering system rotates through. I've put in little shoe boxes full of sand. This is kind of my own little experiment. I was having trouble with 5 per cage. I think they were picking each other to death, and so I went ahead and put them back down to, or put the sand in there, and as soon as I did, they love that sand. They sleep in it, they lay their eggs in it most of the time. Of course, they wouldn't for this one. And then, yeah, it keeps them a little bit more mellow. I have a whole lot less pecking problems. So, and that's it. Trying to think of anything else I might have missed. It's water, that's lighting, that's feed system, doors. It's all 1/4 inch mesh, and then there's a 2-inch drop, 1 inch per foot on the cages so that the eggs will roll out. I don't have it, I've actually got it tipped back to where I don't have the eggs aren't rolling out very well right now, but I could tip the back up or remove the steps in the front. It would do fine. So I think that's it. It's a wafer board. It's that sheeting that they use for flooring. It's real thin, maybe 3/8 inch thick. And as you can see, I just staple the hardware cloth to it. And then the framework on the bottom is held in place. It's kind of brad nailed together, but it's held in place with the staples as well. I staple the hardware cloth to it, and it forms a pretty good base. And then I attach that to the walls, and then the walls get attached to the legs. And there's 2 front legs, 3 in the back, and that seems to do fine. Don't have any problems with it. It's a great little cage system. Yeah, so there you have it. I do my brooders and my incubator in a different room. I won't show you those. Everybody knows about them. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye.